Hey there, girlfriends. It's me again, Natalia Cavalier. I am here to share with you some hot topics on women in career, what we try to do while accomplish everything and just doing our best to get through it all. Today I have a hot topic that comes around often when I talk with my single girlfriends. If you're single, trying to juggle your career advancements and looking for that perfect guy or girl, and you just struggle to understand what balance you should be giving to each, this video is for you. So yesterday, not mentioning names, but I had a great conversation with one of my good friends. She's also in tech. She is a very busy lady. She works in one of the largest companies in the world, and she has been trying really, really hard to advance in her career, give herself that financial stability that we talk about, that we want to achieve before it's too late, and we feel like we want to accomplish that as soon as possible. So she has been dedicating a lot of her time and prioritize her career for at least 5 years now. And yesterday we talked about how it comes a time when you really feel that pressure and that need to have someone in your life, right? And her debate is that unfortunately now, those in tech, we know that things are very unstable. The tech industry has been laying off thousands and thousands of employees. And if you're in tech, you might be feeling a little in the edge and you don't know exactly if you should be looking for a new job, if you are still going to have your job. And that's not the perfect timing to be in the social media or the dating apps looking for someone new, because of course, let's say you lose your job and you're going to have to move. You don't want to start a relationship with someone that you might not be in that city 6 months from now, let's say. And I've been there. Oh my God, yes, it was the worst. When I didn't have my financial stability and I didn't feel that, I'm going to have this job for 3 years or so, I also had that question in the back of my mind thinking, okay, should I be looking for a relationship when I don't know what's going to happen to me in 6 months? Should I be seeing this guy who clearly is never going to leave the city because he has a stable job and he's going to stay here forever? Or should I just focus on my career and continue this path until I finally feel stable enough? I want to share with you what I have done and what I have learned. To be honest with you, there is no clear answer, but waiting for the perfect timing for a relationship is never good. And I say that knowing that I had done it. I waited and I postponed things, and I would say, well, I was doing my grad program and I fell in love with someone. And clearly it was not the best time, because when you're going through an MBA program that you're probably going to be leaving after 2 years, you're going to be moving out. You're going to be moving to a different city. You're going to be doing different things. You're probably not going to end up in the same place. But still, I invested in that relationship. I did. I was fully invested. I thought, we're probably going to try to figure out a way to stay together afterwards. It didn't work out for me. Clearly, I ended up marrying somebody else. But at that point, I decided that if I chose one thing or the other, my personal life or my professional life, I would eventually end up with one or the other. So when I was going through instability in my professional life, I did give my personal life, my relationships, a fair shot. So let's just say for some reason, you're going through this very painful process in your career where you don't know exactly where you're going to be in 6 months, or if you will have a job in 6 months, and things can be really hard. Well, that might be the perfect time for you to find somebody else that will give you that stability in your personal life. So that person can become someone that you go for when you need some advice, or you just need to rely on that person emotionally. It's a very hard time. So I would say that's what I told my girlfriend. I said, honestly, see, if you just right now feel strong about giving 100% to your career so you don't lose your job, that's okay. If that's how you feel, totally fine. But just know that you can try to balance things out and see how it goes. Because if you do lose your job in 6 months and you have to move to a different city, how about if you fall in love with someone and in 6 months you guys are engaged to be married? You never know. I met my husband, fell in love, and became engaged in 3 months. 3 months. Yes. So that can happen. That can really happen. And that could change your entire life. So, ladies, I would say, a lot of times we try to give our all to things and be perfect and know exactly what we're doing, but we don't have to. So, if you're going through a moment of instability in your career, so what? Things can happen tomorrow and you don't know. But I would say give it a fair shot. Continue to keep your mind open to relationships. If you don't want to prioritize, fine, that's okay. But still be open to it, okay? So let's keep it in balance and know that it will work itself out. And yes, relationships can bring you a lot of headaches sometimes, but in moments like this, it can be a great place for you to have some support and some emotional support that is most needed when you're going through some instability in your career. Okay? So let's talk more about that in our next video.